G'day folks, and welcome back to the channel for episode number 33 of our ATV Skater Templar playthrough, where I decided, sort of towards the end of last episode, that this bleeding resist was actually a problem, and I need to fix it. And I was looking at things like the Slith Primal Ring here, pretty good resistances all round, but I figured, I'll just check bleed, no bleed there. But I did find some really nice pieces of gear. Like this one is actually, I mean, the armor on it is kind of rubbish, and there's no fire damage on it. But like all that pierce, all that poison, all that bleeding, there's some really nice items just for sale. And anyway, I actually haven't left town. You'll see there's no portals anywhere. I just logged in and I did a search for bleed, and look at this. 74% bleeding resistance. And then look at this one, 73% bleeding resistance. But then I saw this one. and I'm not going to lie, I feel like I'm cheating here. Harmonious of Arcane Balance. Absolutely worth every one of the 221,000 iron bits I'm going to spend on that. But right next to it is this one, Rune Carved of Psyche, and that's Elemental and Bleeding. So unsurprisingly, yeah, I'm gonna buy that, and I'm gonna put a soul. You didn't see anything. I'm gonna put a soul shard on it. I'm gonna put my blaze core powder on it, and that's it. Boom. Resistance is fixed. It's easy. You just go buy a double rare ring from the merchant without even having to go find one. In all seriousness, though, shopping for rare jewelry is a really good way to get resistances you may need. Um, I strongly recommend it. I think we're done for rings for the rest of this playthrough. Speaking of which, however, we have a friend in here that we need to take care of, shall we say. So that's the end of him. Now the reason why I kill him is this Blood of Chthon. That is going to be something I started thinking about, I guess yesterday, while I was making the other video. This build requires not so much general farming in terms of, like, you can't go to a totem and get pieces of the Vanquisher set. You are target farming specifically skeleton key dungeons. And the way you make skeleton keys is with the recipe that I hope I have. Yep, good. So I can make 19, but you need a Blood of Chthon for every single one of them. And last time I checked, I think the drop rate for the Vanquisher set pieces, of which there are 5, is 5%. So you're going to need 20 keys for each piece, on average. You'll probably need more, you might need less. So to get the entire Vanquisher set, I'm looking at 100 runs of skeleton keys, or of skeleton key dungeons specifically. And yeah, I need more of these, even if we account for the fact that what's that dungeon called? The Chaos one. God, I'm horrible with names. Hang on, I'm gonna cheat. Even if we account for the fact, though, that that particular dungeon, which I will have the name of Bastion of Chaos. Even if we account for the fact that Bastion of Chaos will drop you 1 or 2 Blood of Chthon each time you go through it, I'm still going to be 70, 60 bloods short. None of the other skeleton key dungeons have a chance to drop Blood of Chthon. You may get one, maybe, from a treasure trove on the way there, but yeah, anyway. Moving on with Act 2, and keeping in mind that I need those Bloods of Chthon, I'm going to make sure I've done the what is that little demon called? Callista, I think, in Act 3. I'm going to make sure I do that quest to get the Blood of Chthon from there. And I believe there are no other quest rewards. No, I'm not confident enough to say that. There may be other quest rewards. Either way, I need Blood of Chthon, and I need lots of it. So, with that in mind, and now that we've fixed our resistances, let's go ahead and entertain Old Maid Skinner here. Alright, that's the end of him. No, he's Shanks. Skinner's over here. We're gonna go and entertain Skinner as well. Mouse just at the bottom of the top option and spam click. So that's him done. I spy with my little eye. One savage totem over here. Let's go clear that out. There we go, easy peasy. And that's it, they're all dead. What did we get? Arcane Harmony leggings. Half my health bar wiped out. These things are, yeah, they're nasty. Okay, so these are not the pants that I was looking for, or was hoping for, but they do have a decent elemental blast on it. They do have... Ooh. Nope, never mind, can't wear them. I just fixed the bleeding resistances. I'm not going to turn around and immediately nuke them from orbit. Although, no, can't do it, no. Nope. Alright, next part of the quest in this area. We are absolutely 100% siding with Isaiah Redden here. We don't need to go into that cave because we don't need the MIs from in there, and we don't need devotion points anymore, so we can skip that cave. But we cannot skip Isaiah Redden. Make sure you take the top options. Any other choice will result in him either being dead and not selling you potions, or not liking you and not selling you potions. The other thing I always make sure to do when I come past here is to kill any Aether Crystals, of which there is usually 3 out of 4, so I'm feeling a little bit robbed right now. But always make sure to get those. How's our rover reputation? Rovers are just honoured, so we're going to do their quests. Also, the rovers do indeed give XP for completing their quests, and even though I have an XP potion active, I do still want more of it. Okay, there's one of the royal jellies. I wonder if I can get 3 again. I haven't had 3 for a very long time. There's 2. I think I've only had one time where I've got all 3 from just running through here. Maybe twice. Can I get all 3? Place your bets now in the comments. You know what, let's go take care of them first. And then Nicholas Balthazar can just run himself to death in the fire. Okay, his amulet there. Balthazar's Crest of Arcane Blaze. That is a lot of fire damage. How much do I care? Not hugely. I think... Okay, so Pyroclasm Mark. That is a dual-wielding pistol proc. So that will only trigger from pistols. Or from default weapon attacks. So that proc, ignore that proc, it's not there. So we're looking at 10 to 13 fire damage, which will be applied when I run through things. 53 fire and 63 burn, which is less than Balthazar's Crest. Attack speed, which I don't care about. Single element fire and lightning resist, which yeah, I don't care about. And then the +3 to maximum fire and lightning I do care about. Those are quite nice. However, this does have... I don't really need the vitality at the moment. 80% cold and 76% lightning is... I mean, the numbers are huge, but who cares? One element... Nah. We continue on. Time Warped Walkers could be good. We do have the Golem-born Greaves here. They're the same level. The Golem-born Greaves have a ton of health and armor. Time Warped Walkers, though, definitely are tempting. We'll see how I feel when we get there. We may end up using one or the other, depending on what we need at the time. It does seem like this character is going to be getting a lot of boots, though. There's my third Royal Jelly, so that's now, I think, the second or third time ever that I've gotten 3 Royal Jelly just from walking through here. And we're not even done yet. I mean, we're done now, but potentially we could have got 4 there. Okay, let's go talk to the Elder. Do we get the totem this time? Doesn't look like it. It's unfortunate. Okay, we're going to do as he asks, which is to take the relic back to... what is that guy's name? Grevin. Take the relic back to Grevin.
That skill's not ready.
And we'll blow this up. And you know what, Grevin? I'm gonna come back. I promise I'm going to give you your relic because I have no need for it, but I'll be right back. Okay, we could go into the beehive, but we don't really need to. Okay, that's different. I was expecting to have a cloud of bees following me, and then I turned around and there's 4 left. I'm guessing they all burned to death on the fire we put on the floor. Alright, there is a quest down here in, I can't remember the name of this little town, but New Harbor, there we go. There's a quest down here to make the bad man go away, and of course we're going to do that. How much will it cost? Here's your bits, make sure you go on when I come back, and thank you for my XP. Okay, and before I forget about it, let's go talk to some people in Devil's Crossing. Specifically, Tunamone here. And we will ask him about what to do next. Let's go get Skinner as well. Thank you very much for that ring that I'm not going to use. And thank you to her as well. Okay, level 84. Now I just dumped the 2 previous points into conversion. I'm thinking I'm going to put another one in. 20% crowd control resistance is pretty nice, I have to admit. And I'm also thinking not mental alacrity. I think that might actually be all I care about. I think we max out Presence of Virtue and Haven. Ascension, we could probably put more points into Ascension. It's a really good skill that I always forget to use. Okay, don't need to talk to him. Right, let's go get our 6th or 7th bag that we can't actually have, unfortunately. So, the quest reward for... found the Elder. Yes, here's your totem back. You get more reputation if you give it back, and I'm not planning on using the relic, so done that. Here's another inventory bag, but 5 is the cap, unfortunately. So it doesn't give us anything. What else we got? Speak to Quaid, kill Darius, and that's it. Alright, let's go say hi to Crumley. So in this little camp here, we'll give Old Mate his jelly. If I can click the right buttons. Thank you very much. Let's kill the troll. You know what? I'm not going to do that particular quest. This one here is the Mogdrogan Shrine quest, which may end up doing later on if I decide to fight Mogdrogan, but at the present time I have no interest in committing suicide, so we're not going to mess with Mogdrogan. There we go, that's the end of him. Quest completed without having to turn it in. That's my favorite kind of quest. And now we will head into the Hanefi mine, because going this way allows you to easily skip Wrecked by Protoss or Ascidian, whoever happens to be home at that point in time, which is something that you definitely want to do in hardcore, because those characters are the winners of a PvP tournament. So they are specifically designed to kill player characters. Okay, spell breakers. No. Resistant of Scorched Runes, also no. And the Cortosian Shoulders, perhaps. Right, let's have a look at these. More armor, that's good. Burn damage, slightly less, but we do have 84% elemental damage, which is nice. We have a pile of health and offensive ability. Aether and Chaos resistance in exchange for... we would be slightly uncapping our bleeding resistance. Panetti's replicating missile on a critical attack. Our crit chance is decent, so that could be alright. +3 to proliferation, I think is going to be one of these. Yeah, okay, so the plus skills do nothing for us. Whoops. Aether and Chaos Res. Alright. We're at the point now, I think, where Mankind's Visual basically fixes Aether and Chaos for us. And then Kingsguard fixes Pierce and Poison. So really it's only bleeding that we need, and all of the bleeding augments are required level 90. So as much as I would like to try these, I don't think we can, unfortunately, because, yeah, as I said, I would actually like to use those. Anyway, let me grab my dynamite. This is the other reason to come through here instead of walking around the top. You will get one dynamite, potentially 2 or 3, depending on your luck, but you will always get at least one. And the best part, obviously, is you don't have to fight a PvP character. So if you come over this way, I'm going to kind of get close to the sun here. You'll see down in the pit here, we've got Wrecked by Protoss, Champion of the Pit. He's dangerous. We leave him alone. Do you have shoulders? You don't have shoulders. That's unfortunate. Yes, so completely defeated the main reason to go through that mine by walking back there anyway. But yeah, those are the guys you're trying to avoid by going through the mine, or at least they're the guys I'm trying to avoid by going through the mine. Did I see this guy? No. I am looking for Crunley's gang members who have the fire shoulders and the fire helmet, because even though I can't use the fire helmet, I am using the incendiary shoulder pads, and an upgrade would be very welcome at this point. Okay, so that's the end of him. We've got all of our... I think we've got all of our... what are they called? Forges. So all the forges are done, and if they weren't, they are now. So now we just need to go inside. And by inside, what I mean is we're going to kill this guy as well. So yeah, kind of hurts. Definitely feeling a little bit squishy, won't lie. No shoulders for me, unfortunately. That's alright, we'll go in here, we'll find some shoulders. I don't see any of those guys with their shoulders on fire, so we're just going to ignore them. Apparently, they still die just standing in fire, even at the edge of the screen. Okay, Moneybags, my favorite person in here. Probably the most dangerous member, or the most dangerous denizen of this entire dungeon. Once he goes down, I'll feel a little bit better. He did drop Martin's Crest, which is a pet item. Yeah, no. Not interested. Let's head down into the pit. There is some XP there to be had. I think we hit a reflective at some point there. Because I'm not gonna lie, that whatever that was definitely hurt. Alright, so down into the pit. We'll get our quest item from here. What is this gonna cost me? You know what? Sure, I like loot. Not to mention XP. Cowl of the Venom Blade. Pretty good recipe. I thought I heard a ding for level up there, but I think we're about to get it now instead. There we go. 85. Okay. Back to Oathkeeper. More points in Presence of Virtue. This is basically just for the offensive ability. Everything else on there is kind of, you know, it's nice to have, but I'm here for the offensive ability. The other thing I might start doing is put as many as I can into Haven instead of just soft capping it. Okay, unfortunately, I think we're just about run out of the, I'm gonna call them the fire dudes. I think we're just about out of fire dudes and we're into the aether dudes. Which is unfortunate, because I really wanted some new shoulders. But it is what it is. Okay, Durrani's not here because we already killed him. One downside to that, of course, is if you want Nemesis reputation with Cronley's gang, he is an extra chunk of Nemesis, or a chunk of negative reputation every time you come through here. And with him not being here, it will increase the time it takes to get to Nemesis with his gang, or with Cronley's gang. However, farming this area is probably not quite as good as farming the Arcovian docks if you're after the Nemesis rep. I'd say the docks is probably the way to go. Okay, looks like the even the Ascended shoulders and helmet, the green glowy ones, are a little bit thin on the ground today. I usually get around one of each for a run through here. Today, though, it looks like. Not the end of the world, because I wasn't planning on using the green ones, but just something interesting to note. Okay, Aether resistance is decent, is also overcapped, but not by a huge amount. I think we'll be fine. And the good thing about this being the first time I've seen Ultimate Cronley is he's just going to stand there and wait for me to talk to him. So we can just stack up a little bit of fire on the floor that he's going to immediately run off of. Not sure if you noticed it, but I did just nullify his shield. I think the next one he puts up I will not be able to nullify. And also the Aether on the floor is getting a little much. Okay, Scorch Rune leg wraps sounds like something I want to have a look at. Let's get out of whatever that is. Alright, let's see. More armor, more fire and burn, and we're back to the same old problem of it wouldn't actually uncap poison. It would uncap pierce and bleed though, unfortunately. So, no dice, no go. Okay, Demon Slayer's hat, we can eat that recipe. What is that? Spellweaver, okay. And at this point it doesn't really matter. I have enough Aether Clusters that I don't really desperately need another one. I always forget to use the damn things anyway. Alright, and we are done with Cronley. So let's go turn some quests in. I will, of course, head out here first and get the Twin Falls Riftgate, just so I don't have to run through Cronley's little lair again. This one. So we're going to turn all these quests in, talk to everybody, and then continue onwards through the undead-infested underground ruins. Yep, destroyed those. Yep, already killed him. I know, good boy. Found some texts you might be interested in. Then we go back to Devil's Crossing. We'll talk to Mornay. Tell him about how his girlfriend was not in the cages. Oh, and by the way, she's kind of forgotten about you. Spoilers. Right, 86. So, Presence of Virtue. We put 2 points in there and we get 22 offensive ability. Honestly, feels like it's kind of meh. We can soft cap it at least. Now, however, I'm kind of looking and not seeing anything really obvious to get. We could put more points into the bar. How much we got left? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 18-ish skill points remaining. So we could just take Arcanist up to 50. Or we could put more points in here. I don't know, something to think about. Okay, so our next mission is Twin Falls. And the good thing about not needing the devotion shrines is I don't have to go do the devotion shrine. Obviously going to do the totems because, well, it's me. I like some totems. Let's see if we can't lure this big fat guy out. Yes, I did just fat shame a giant undead monster. What about it? Okay. I'm just trying to help him burn some fat, you know? I'm sorry, that was way funnier in my head. Okay. We pick up all the things. We open all the little extra bits. I didn't sell anything. So my inventory is going to be full. Although at this point I'm not sure I care. Here we go. We will do this task for you because you have skeleton keys and I'm going to need them. Where is my quest starting? Nope, okay. It's going to be over near the door. So I was a little bit unsure about the weapon change when we got it. This one here, that the Grim Fate definitely is worth its weight in, well, fire. But at the time I wasn't really sure, you know, does this actually do damage? Do I need to hit things to kill them, or... These things are a real pain. So they basically lock you down. With other builds, if you get stuck in the cage, you can at least attack. But with this build, if you get stuck in a cage, that's it. You can't move, so you can't actually put any more fire on the ground. So they're going to be a pain. Alright, into the ruins. I think we will kill Kilrian, even though we don't need to go down there. Potentially getting his Shattered Soul Adornment could be good. Let's see if we can't get away from that big fat guy. Okay, boss number 1, just around the corner here. Just around the blocked corner here. And they blocked that door as well. Okay, actually, how close to Nemesis are we with these guys? Miles away. Good. Alright, now we just run back and forth over the top of this guy. Watch as he burns to death. Horrible way to go. Oh, he's still alive. Ah, there's a priest. You. Reasons I hate priests. He should have been dead by now. The priest just healed him to full. Alright, there we go. Now he's dead. Reputation with the Rovers, definitely nice. I'm actually not sure what they give you when you get fully maxed out. I'm not sure if I care either. Let's grab this Riftgate outside. May as well pick up the quest while we're here, because we will be doing it. Attribute points are quite nice. However, for now, let's go back to the Arcovian Undercity. Got some more undead to kill. This is a very long loading screen. There we go. I've had that a couple of times lately. I'm not sure what it is, but just occasionally I'll have one loading screen that just takes forever. I have no idea why. Alright, treasure trove. Lovely. Tainted hearts, not awful, but I don't use them very often, so yeah, not great. I usually end up using Aether Souls if I'm going to be fighting Ethereals, or Black Tallow if I'm going to be fighting Chthonians. Seems like I'm being reflected. Has that quest not been completed yet? Ow. Okay, and downstairs. Now we have two bosses on this floor. I think there's a totem on this floor. And then we've already got the treasure trove, so no treasure trove for me, unfortunately. Priests must die. Death to healers. Okay, that's him taken care of. So one more to go. Just take care of him so he doesn't put me in a cage. Rather not be stuck in a cage, unable to move. Alright, so Rovena Kerr is the last one remaining here. I do see my totem just there, so we'll go do that. Let's turn the loot off so I can see what's going on. Who's left? So, oh, there's a little dude at the back there. Okay, what do we get? Bloody Crystal. So now that is actually a... where did it go? Next page. Bloody Crystal is actually a pretty good one. It goes on your rings. Gives bleeding resist, which I don't know if you've been paying attention for the last hour or so, but I've been whinging about needing that for a while. And the Nimble Crest is, well, we won't be using that. What goes into this? 8 Ogden Bloom. Okay, that's a little expensive. I will look into getting one of those though. Probably only need one. Alright, Ravina Kerr just here. We've already got the treasure trove, so I don't need to go looking for that. However, if you are playing along for some reason, and you didn't get your treasure trove already, there's a couple places up ahead where it could be. The easiest one is just here, down in this corner. Treasure trove could be here. And the other place is just over here. Don't go into the trap, those skull pits are always traps, every time. Could be here as well. Alright, 87. Getting very close to level 90. I think at level 90 I may look into getting some Mammoth resistance gear just for the armor, if nothing else. We're going to pump physique, and do we put more points into Haven? It's more health. We don't have a shield, so we don't care about that, but the healing effect increased is quite good because of Dryad's Blessing, and also the Healing Rain proc here. I think that's all we get. We don't have of the Grove on Azrakar's Sands because it's not a green item. I think I will have a look at the ATV guide and just see what he does at the end there, because I actually haven't looked at the guide since about level 50 or something, when I decided that actually it was getting too squishy for hardcore and I was going to do my own thing. But I might have a look at what's going on in the guide, just see if there's any insight to be had. Okay, so Kilrian here. Vitality damage at this point probably shouldn't be too terribly difficult. Priests have got to go though, so definitely have to get rid of those. Is he getting healed? He is getting healed. Alright, they're all dead, I think. I'm not going to go crafting just to get that, but that is a nice chunk of XP. Right, out to Broken Hills. And just looking at the time, I think I'm going to cut it out here actually, and go do some selling and inventory management rubbish. But thank you all very much for watching. I will see you in the next one, and goodbye for now.